The 2026 Maserati is not trying to be the loudest car in the room. It is trying to be the one everyone remembers after they leave. With the Trident badge, razor-sharp styling, and a powertrain story that blends Italian emotion with modern performance, Maserati still knows how to make a car feel like an event. Your image captures that attitude perfectly. A low, aggressive front end, massive grille, and a stance that looks ready to pounce before the first rev even happens. What makes Maserati so interesting in 2026 is that the brand is balancing heritage and reinvention at the same time. The lineup is evolving with the electrified Grecale Folgore, the updated GranTurismo family, and the renamed MC20 successor, now known as MCPura, which keeps the halo car energy alive. That means Maserati is no longer just selling nostalgia. It is trying to build a future where style, performance, and technology all matter equally, and that is a much bigger deal than a simple model refresh. Depending on the model, Maserati's 2026 story ranges from refined grand touring to full-blown supercar madness. The GranTurismo continues with a twin-turbo 3.0-liter V6 making 483 or 542 horsepower, paired with an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Then there is the MCPura, Maserati's latest halo machine, with a 621 horsepower twin-turbo V6 and an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission built for explosive performance. In other words, Maserati is not giving up on speed, it is just making it more dramatic and more refined at the same time. The biggest reason people fall for Maserati is the design. The brand has always understood that an Italian car should look emotional before it looks technical, and the 2026 models continue that tradition with sculpted bodywork, sharp headlights, and flowing surfaces that feel almost hand-drawn. Your image shows that perfectly with a dramatic nose, wide lower intakes, and the kind of presence that makes the car look expensive from every angle. Maserati does not need to shout because the shape does the talking for it. Inside, Maserati keeps leaning into luxury with a driver-focused cockpit, premium materials, and a layout that feels more bespoke than mainstream rivals. The GranTurismo and MCPura both emphasize leather, Alcantara, and a more intimate, performance-oriented atmosphere rather than a giant screen overload. That is important because Maserati buyers want a car that feels special every time they step in, not just one that has the latest gadget on the spec sheet. The cabin has to feel like part of the brand's character, and Maserati still gets that right. The electric side of Maserati's 2026 story is just as important as the gasoline side. The Grecale Folgore shows how the brand is pushing toward electrification with improved autonomy, an AWD disconnect system, and more efficient packaging. That is a sign of where Maserati is going next. More electric performance, more range, and more technology, but still with a premium emotional identity. If Maserati can keep the drama while adding efficiency, it could become one of the most interesting luxury performance brands in the world again. Maserati matters because it refuses to feel ordinary. In a segment where many brands have become too polished, too digital, or too predictable, Maserati still sells character, style, and theater. That is why the 2026 lineup feels so important. It is not just about horsepower, but about proving that Italian performance can still have soul in a modern era. The Trident is not just surviving, it is trying to evolve without losing its identity. The 2026 Maserati lineup works because it delivers something emotional in a market that often prioritizes logic. Whether you are looking at the GranTurismo, the MCPura, or the electrified Grecale, each model carries that unmistakable Maserati mix of beauty, speed, and exclusivity. It is not the most practical choice, and it is not trying to be. It is trying to make every drive feel special, and that is exactly why people still care about Maserati.